Hi, everybody. All right, this is part 2 of the Graeagle series, I guess. And so we'll keep the intro short. I hope you enjoy it. And we got a surprise coming up down the road.
Yeah, we took a side trip while we were staying in Graeagle, and it was just a couple of overnights in hotels, and the location is a surprise, but just wanted to let you know that is coming in the near future here.
Yep. And so now keep in mind this is part 2, so if you landed here, you want to go back and look at part 1, just so you get the whole picture. But anyway, thanks again for watching us, folks. Sorry about the eye patch. It's just temporary. And if you haven't thought of subscribing, please do. We enjoy your comments, and any questions you have, we're happy to help. Thank you. Enjoy.
Take care.
We're going for a walk around the mill pond in Graeagle, only about a mile from the campground. And there's a path that goes all the way around this. And it's just really a nice walk. And you can always treat yourself with ice cream afterwards. But we're doing it before it gets too hot. Well, I don't know how well you can see it, but this is a cottonwood tree. And hopefully you can see all the white fuzz up in there. And when the wind blows, that's what makes sort of a summer snow.
General loves riding an Ed's gator. The 4th of July parade at the campground. It was the evening of July 2nd that I started to feel sick with what I would have called the flu. When I called into work the next morning, the boss immediately wanted me to take a COVID test, to which I tested positive. So I was told I had to stay away from work until I tested negative. 2 of the other camp host employees also got sick. This also meant that I was sick in bed on our anniversary on July 4th. Ugh. Got the new furnace installed, fixed the ductwork, and buttoned up the opening in the wall. Yay! Here's an antique trailer that stayed at the park for a few days. Pretty cool. Our boss just loves General. Some ice cream for our sweet boy. Plumas-Eureka State Park has a lot of great information about this area, including the gold mine, winter skiing, and such. But what we thought was the most fascinating is this wreath made entirely from bird feathers. Here's a model of the stamp mill built here in 1878. And that was used to process ore and which still stands on this property. The sport of skiing was actually started in this region, and by 1860, the neighboring towns were getting together for races and competitions. We also toured the Moriarty house here, which was the home of one of the miners. And here's the Mohawk Stamp Mill. If you go past the Plumas-Eureka State Park, you'll go through the very small town of Johnsville and continue up the hill to the skiing area. Here are some pics from up the hill.
So, right down there is an overpass. The train goes over and down and around and comes out. It's called the Williams Loop. I've raced ahead of a train, and it should be coming by here in some time. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. And I'm going to try and get me a really cool shot. There's the train. And it's going to wrap around and come out right under that tunnel. And here she comes underneath, coming my way. Boy, this is going to be noisy.
"12 days and 4 COVID tests later, I finally tested negative and was allowed to go back to work." They have a couple of pretty awesome arts and crafts fairs in Graeagle. This was our score. Another antique trailer.
Hey y'all, you know I love birding, right? Anybody that knows me knows that. And I find feathers all the time. I don't know how many we've got now, all different types of birds. But I want to show these to you in light. These are stellar jay, the equivalent of the eastern blue jay. This is a stellar jay, high elevation bird. How magnificent! I don't know whether the camera does it justice or not, but they are the most magnificent blue. It's just amazing. Nature's little wings.
One of the seasonal folks kept bringing in peaches for the employees, so I took to making peach cobbler with them. Several times. Yum. If there's an interest in this recipe, let me know and I can do a video about it. We went into Quincy for the Plumas County Fair. Pretty cool. And we were able to tour the Pioneer House while we were there.
Eat nice out of the cooler. Is it yummy? Is it yummy?
And shrimp chowder. This was the first time we had made this, but it quickly became one of our favorites, and we have it pretty regularly now. Again, if there's any interest in this recipe, please let us know. Towards the middle of August, we drove out to Lake Almanor. We saw a lot of destruction from the Dixie Fire from the year before. So much damage. The fire actually burned down the town of Greenville, and they were just starting to rebuild. We really enjoyed the lake, and General was able to get some swim time, chasing sticks because there wasn't anybody else around. Then we ate our picnic lunch and headed back. On the way back, we stopped to see the Indian Falls. This waterfall has cultural and spiritual significance to the Maidu Indians. Being a train lover, Ed was happy to see all the train trestles on our drive, and it was a real bonus to get a good picture of the Ketty Y.
Birthday.
Today is General's birthday. He is 7 years old, and this guy, this water dog, has been in the Atlantic, every Great Lake, the Gulf of Mexico, countless streams and lakes over 32 states, and soon to be in the Pacific Ocean. But right now, it's time for him to have some doggy-safe ice cream, cake, and his traditional little birthday toy. And he's ready.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Happy birthday, Babu.
Happy birthday, sweet boy.
And many more. So we're getting ready to go on a hike to Smith Lake, and this area is really cool, and I want to show you something to show you how cool this area is. See, even the sign wears sunglasses. Apparently, California is so cool. This is just beautiful country to hike in. This video probably isn't doing it justice. Air is so crisp and clean. Another view along our hike to Smith Lake today. Very pretty. And she patiently waits. We had the day off, and we're taking the dog out for a hike and lots of fun. One of our favorite spots. Crystal clear water. This never gets old.
Tired pupper. Hanging out with some of our friends in the evening. General is well liked by everybody.
Well, even though the wildfires are a long ways away, it's very smoky here today. And it's probably not going to show up in the video, but the sky, the sunlight has this orange tint going on to it.
Ed visited the Western Pacific Railroad Museum in Portola and had a great time. They have a ton of train cars on display. They even have locomotives there where you can be the engineer driving it around the loop on the grounds. Playtime! Back to Goombas for another British blue cheeseburger. Yum. Enjoying a propane fire bowl for the evening. Our fellow camp hosts, Audrey and Jesse. The Mohawk Tavern is one of Audrey and Jesse's favorite hangouts, and they invited Ed to go with them one evening. Emma, one of the other camp hosts, who is originally from the Philippines but spent many years in China as a teacher, taught me how to make some traditional Chinese dishes. Yum. We loved using the fire bowl so much that we ended up buying our own.
We've been looking for the geese because they should be migrating about this time of year. And I think they're all at the mill pond. Look at this. There is just a ton of geese here. There's more. Hold on. There's more. And a straggler.
We hope you enjoyed this tour of Graeagle, California. Off we go again. See you next time.